Greetings. I know I can be a little hard on spirituality sometimes because not only is it 100% real, but it can also be a load of crap and pretentious and silly all at the same time. But I'd like to tell you a little story. There are two main tenets of spirituality that completely changed my life. And this is the most important thing I've ever learned. And what they are is, number one, is that you are not your body or your thoughts. I thought I was an animal. I thought this life was just about chasing things and experiences and highs and food and women and getting more and more and more and feeding the animal body. I was controlled by my thoughts. I'm a Scorpio. I was literally pulled in different directions by my anger, by my jealousy, by my rage, by lust, all sorts of feelings that I couldn't control. And I thought that was me because I just did whatever they told me to do. But with spirituality, you can become the master of yourself. Once you know thyself, then you don't have to be a puppet to these emotions because they are not you. You don't have to be a puppet to your body and its desires because that's also not you. Tenet number two, life-changing, is knowing that you don't need anything else to become whole because you already are and you always have been. So what that does is that means you don't need the fulfillment of any desires. You don't need to manifest anything. You don't need the love of your life. You don't need the great job. You don't need a whole bunch of friends. You can live in a fucking cave, and many have, and be perfectly content because you have everything you need inside of you already. So when I discovered this, I used to eat McDonald's a couple times a week. I used to smoke 2 packs a day, cigarettes. I used to pop pills, smoke weed, you name it. And I stopped one by one. I used to eat a ton of sugar. I used to drink Lipton iced teas all day, sweet tea or whatever. One thing at a time I eliminated from my life. And this is the same as peeling back the layers of the onion about who you truly are. Once you peel back all those layers of beliefs, you become a spirit. Once you peel back all the layers of addictions, you become a person that you never knew existed because you were just being pulled in different directions by all of your addictions and your emotions and all the outer things in this world that try to control us and use us for money and use our time and use our energy. But once you get off all that and you realize you only need a couple things to live, you need food, protein and fat specifically. You need water. You need sleep. You need to breathe. And you need the sun. There's only, a handful of things that you need. And when you eliminate everything else, you discover that you can be happy whenever, however, wherever, because you are not any of those things. You're just good. You're not being controlled. You're free. You're finally free. Free. You're free. You're free. You're free.